Hello, everyone. I had no intention of addressing these new leaks, yet here we are, and I'm going to be doing it. Before I begin, I'd like to say if you watched the show, if you watched the leaks or you have an intention to watch the leaks, since just like me, you can't hold off until the actual viewing day, please make sure you watch it when it comes on TV because it gives them the views. It, lets the show keep running, and it's just the right thing to do. So please, even if you watch the leaks already, just turn on your TV and give them the views. I mean, honestly, I'll probably be watching it again when it actually officially comes on TV, but it was also nice to see it beforehand. Just really quickly, I have a really funny story to tell. I, live with my wife, and obviously we watch it, and sometimes when the leaks come out, I bother her enough that we watch the leaks beforehand. So when it finally airs, we watch, I watch it, or I turn on the TV, or she turns on the TV, and I felt bad, so I wanted to get as many views for them as possible. So I asked my mother if she would just kindly, in her house, turn on the TV during that time so that they would get the views. Little did I know that she watched it, and she ended up really taking to it. She's like, so this is what you're watching. So now, every once in a while, she'll bring up oh, what's going on new? When's the new Steven Universe coming out? And, she pretty much, this was probably more than a year ago. So, she's been sort of like a fan, I guess, since she's been watching it for a year. It started with the whole the one Steven bomb that had the answer in it. So it's just been a really interesting thing, but it just goes to show that maybe just turning on the TV or asking a friend, hey, turn on the TV so they get views, might lead to another fan being born. So, another warning before we actually begin talking about the newer episodes, and specifically one specific topic about the new episodes. I'd like to say, if you haven't seen them, this is your final warning. I think at this point you know that there are going to be spoilers, but if you haven't seen it, if you want to wait till January 30th, which, so much respect for you because, that's amazing, then please click off of this. I'm not going to be posting anything on YouTube without, the spoiler warnings, or on my Tumblr, or, Facebook. So, you're in the clear. But, for this video specifically, heavy spoiler warnings, so please do not watch. Listen, if you haven't seen the episodes. So, what I'd like to talk about is, in this episode, we get, it's a whole 5 episodes, so, just to be more specific, I'm going to be talking about Gem Heist. Ruby, Holly Blue is, obviously very, very happy to have, or just super happy to have Blue Diamond. She talks about her in such a wonderful light, and obviously this bothers Ruby a lot, because hearing that she's so understanding and kind, makes Ruby go, no, of course she's not. She yelled at Sapphire. She tried to shatter me, which she didn't bring up, which was kind of interesting. But, she's not, I think she said she was a shatterer, but she wasn't specifically focused on her own possibility of being shattered that one time. So yeah, she's, angry at this, obviously, saying, she is against fusion, she's against love, she's a shatterer. And granted, while these things may be true, later on in that same episode, I believe, we see Blue Diamond coming into a room full of Pink Diamond's rose quartz soldiers, who she had bubbled, I'm assuming. And she doesn't want to kill them. Yellow Diamond even tells her, let's get this over with. There's a beautiful song about it. Just let's start a war. Let's just end it all. Just forget about it. It's good. Just forget about it. But she doesn't want to shatter these legacy of Pink Diamond. And that was really interesting to me because maybe not a few minutes before, or maybe it was another episode. They all blended together. I have to rewatch it or actually look. But, just maybe an episode or a few before, Ruby was saying how, yeah, she's a shatterer. So, maybe she's not quite the shatter that we think. And I have seen posts and theories about how Blue Diamond might be, sort of quote-unquote, I guess, the weakest link, the only diamond that would ever be able to be swayed onto the Crystal Gem's side. And this sort of, comes into play with that. Maybe she's not as we once thought she was. And maybe it was Pink Diamond's shattering that changed her. Now, you might be saying, yeah, but Pink Diamond was shattered, and yeah, she wanted to shatter Ruby. She does seem to not like, different gem fusion. It doesn't seem that she cares at all about love when she's talking at all, or compassion when she's talking in the answer. But we're getting that from Garnet's perspective, Ruby and Sapphire's perspective. So, there might be some bias going on with that. Now, what I wanted to talk about is maybe why in the answer Blue Diamond was, so, gung-ho, okay, I don't even want to even see that this happened, that, a Ruby fused with a member of my court, fusion of two different types of gems. No, I don't want to hear about it. So, I was thinking, what if it's a defense mechanism? So, we have a psychological, term, reaction formation, which basically it's a way to protect ourselves from anxiety, these defense mechanisms. And specifically, reaction formation is where someone feels a certain way, maybe wishes to behave in a certain way, but they know or they feel as though it's not going to be socially accepted. So they act the exact opposite as to what they believe or feel. So, for example, in Blue Diamond's case, it could be quite possible that she has had thoughts of fusing, or she has fused with a different type of gem. Now, it has yet to be seen whether she, has or not, but, it's sort of an interesting thought. Not only that, but, Ruby says she's against love. And so, could it be possible that deep down, and we have seen that she does have, such a strong, it seems like she had such a strong bond with Pink Diamond that I wouldn't be surprised if there was an either very close friendship or romantic relationship between the two of them that, is leading her not to let go. So, that being the case, if you just lost the one you love and you're trying to cope with that and you feel love, and granted, she could have fused with Pink Diamond, which I don't even know if that would technically be a different gem because, Blue Diamond, Pink Diamond, they're technically different gems, but they're the same. So I don't know if that would be even considered cross-gem fusion. And there's the whole theory about, all the diamonds fusing together to create Black Diamond. As we see in their emblem, how all the diamonds, sort of intersect with one another to create their own little, black triangle, which is symbolic of the black diamond that they would all, create together. So, I mean, it still has yet to be seen, but it's sort of an interesting thought that maybe these negative feelings that Blue Diamond has toward fusion, love, and shattering all came from the shattering of someone who she was obviously very, very close to. So, that being said, interested to hear your own theories on this matter, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.